welcome everybody to this week's Market Share, the short weekly segment brought to you by MKR, where we bring you all the noteworthy news and updates surrounding digital media in the world today. I'm your host Genevieve, and we've got some cool stories for you today, so let's jump right in. First up, let's talk about LinkedIn, some of the feedback we, the public, gave them at the beginning of 2022, and what they're going to do about it. The first topic they received feedback on was that platform users want better ways to curate their feed experience. You want to be able to see content from people that matter, talking about topics that you actually care about. Keep your LinkedIn feed a place for professional and respectful conversations, and find relevant new groups and conversations. So here are 3 ways you can do this now. You can use the I don't want to see this button to remove topics from your feed. You can check out the list of top voices from the industries you want to hear about. And you can use the search groups feature to see any and all groups you're interested in. As far as what LinkedIn is doing, they're constantly investing in improving the feed experience and in new exciting tools that help creators express their best ideas. The next topic we shared our opinions on is wanting better ways to measure how your content is performing and what impact you're making on the platform and the world. LinkedIn is working on allowing creators to get analytics on all their individual posts and overall performance across content and audience, so stay tuned for new releases in this area. The last topic of feedback we'll discuss is the LinkedIn metaverse and how we want to use it for professional networking using blockchain and NFT technology to power identities, networks, communities, and content creation. Although they don't have much to share on this for now, like most other companies that act like they know exactly what the metaverse will be, I'm sure we'll be hearing from them and every other digital platform on this topic soon. Next up, let's talk about good old TikTok and a new feature they've recently released. TikTok has announced that 10-minute video uploadability is coming to all users. And yes, I know what you're thinking, 10-minute videos on a platform where you usually just mindlessly scroll for hours without looking at something for too long sounds like a nightmare waiting to happen. But we can't blame TikTok for trying to avoid following in Vine's footsteps that led to its ultimate demise. Turns out short-form video isn't the best for monetization. Who would have thought? Big creators from Vine realized that they couldn't slip in ads throughout the video like they could on other platforms, so they moved on to bigger and better things. Bye-bye, Vine. TikTok wants to make sure that creators have ample creative opportunities to make their best work, and are hoping that giving the TikTok community more time to create and be entertained by TikTok will provide more value within the app. But let's just remember, people go to TikTok to get mindlessly entertained, and this could be the first step towards trying to change the platform into what it's not. I suppose we'll have to wait and see whether creators look for greener pastures once again. Next up in TikTok's newest features, let's discuss the new Agency Center and why this should be so important to creators. TikTok has been investing in new ways to help creators develop, especially with a view to increase monetization. And their latest release will allow you to directly connect with talent agencies, if they're interested, of course. When you activate your Agency Center, it will signal to talent agencies that you're open to additional guidance and support when available. Eventually, this will mean that agencies will be able to invite creators to join their network to train, coach, and connect them with experienced creators. This is just one of the first steps towards 2 things. 1, getting creators the resources they need to refine their broadcasting ability. And 2, simplifying the brand partnership ecosystem to compete with other platforms like YouTube and Instagram, where creators can make more money. A smart move made by TikTok, but with Meta and YouTube offering bigger, more sustainable, and more reliable monetization processes, who knows if this innovation will help them with creator retention. Last up today, over-the-top, otherwise known as OTT ad spend, reached $1.3 billion as budgets are majorly shifted towards streaming content. 5 of the main streaming services, i.e. Hulu, HBO Max, Discovery Plus, Paramount, and Peacock, accounted for 65% of that OTT ad spend last year. Like we talked about last week, cord cutting is becoming more and more normal as streaming services offer more for better prices. But this means that OTT ad opportunities are also growing immensely. Now I know 1.3 billion sounds like a lot, but that only accounts for 3% of digital ad spend, which makes sense when you consider that the space is dominated by subscription services with no or light ad loads. But companies are continuing to increase the amount they put into it. which signals to us that there's a growing shift toward ad-supported streaming. So if you think you're fighting for ad space now, just wait and see what happens as people continue to funnel into this space and cord-cutting numbers continue to rise. That's all for this week's Market Share. My name's Genevieve, and I'll see you all next week. Okay, I'm sorry. How does he make a sky look like that? Like, come on. It's fine. This is just one of the... We will be able to finish this before 9:30. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay.